Senior Hanson, I am so glad that it's you that has to follow those two speeches and not me. Roberto Hanson, Spanish teacher extraordinaire, was selected overwhelmingly by the members of the class of 2003. Mr. Hanson not only teaches Spanish, he visualized, prioritized, and implemented the Hispanic Retention Program. He calls on his Spanish students to provide tutorials for other Sibley students. He gives of his time to travel to Mexico to immerse them in the Spanish culture. Mr. Hanson cherishes the opportunity to teach, but more importantly, to be a positive influence on the lives of all students. Senior Hanson.
Wow. Thank you, Principal Morgan. Thank you all for that warm welcome. Superintendent Longton, esteemed members of the school board, graduates, let me congratulate all the members of the class of 2003. You made it. Finally here, we're all proud of you on this big day. I also congratulate all the parents that are here today, all the providers for these students who now are happy, proud, and soon to be broke. I also commend the fine faculty of District 197, specifically my colleagues at Henry Sibley, for the years of work and instruction that produced this outstanding class. We all are sharing this memorable day, and we are all proud and honored. I congratulate you all. This just isn't working. Sorry. I've known some of you guys for 4, even 6 years. I can't stand behind this thing and speak at you like this. So, with no disrespect to that position, because really it's an honor for me, seriously, to be chosen to do this, it was a big honor. But in truth, I'd rather take you all to my house, go out in the patio, have a couple of Sprites, and sit down, and I'll do this whole thing. But I got a small house, and we're here. So, I got to tell you that when I first thought about doing this, I thought, in essence, what I'm doing is I'm saying goodbye to my kids. It's true, I've known you guys a long time. I've shared a lot of stuff with you. And so I thought to myself, what would I say to my son, Peyton, if he were 18 years old and leaving? Maybe I'll never see him again. So, to my kids, what I want you to do, what I want you to be in your lives is passionate. I want you to live your lives passionately. What I say about passion, I believe it's one of the most important and powerful emotions that one can possess. It's what will help you to achieve your goals. It will help you become the positive members of this society that I know you will become. Passion, I know that a lot of you think, well, I know what passion is. But it's more. Believe me, it's more. Passion, if you look at the definition, it says intense, high-wrought emotion that compels action. Bringing a little bit of Spanish. Yo quiero que sea la parte de tu ser. I want this to be part of your being. I want passion to be something that defines you. Even further, in the ways that I would like you to be passionate, I want you to be passionate as students. Now, I know a lot of you are saying, students, we're graduating. Some of you are even saying, I'm not even going to college. I'm never going to be in a classroom again. That's not what I'm talking about. In our Spanish 5 class, we watched a movie called Hombres Armados. It was called Men with Guns. In that movie, one of the underlying messages was that life is your school. Life is your education. Graduation is death. I want you to think about that. Everyone in this world can be your teacher. The person that's sitting next to you, the person sitting in front of you, behind you, the people on this stage, the people in this audience, the people on the streets, the people in the restaurants. Every single person has some sort of knowledge that could help you to live a better life. I hope you realize this and are committed to being lifelong learners. Seek more knowledge. I also would like you to be passionate as family members. These people in this audience have sacrificed many times over without you realizing it so that you are here today. Do not take your relationships for granted within your family. This time, I'd like to say a special thanks to Sherry Abbott, member of this class, A few weeks ago, she stood up and opened up her heart to you to try to prevent you from going through what she went through. Because of drunk driving, she lost a sister. I commend you for having that kind of guts, because I know it was hard. But I'd also like to say that because of what she said, I believe that she saved somebody's life, whether it was that weekend or in the future. I also want to bring out a little bit of my own experience, something that's tough for me. About 10 years ago, my mother started to show symptoms of Alzheimer's disease, the early age of 60. For the last 2 years, she has not spoken. It's a nasty disease that affects the brain. She hasn't spoken for 2 years. She's not able to hold my 15-month-old baby. It's tough. I don't mean to scare you, but there's a saying, you never know what you have until it's gone. There's another saying, it says, live every day as if it were your last. I'd add something to that. Live every day as if it were your last or theirs. Again, I don't want to scare you, but I say this, do not take those relationships for granted. And in recognition of that, there are parents here, there are grandparents, there are friends, there are family members, brothers and sisters, there are teachers here, there are administrators that have helped guide you and got you to this point. I would like you to stand and applaud them, please. And Mom, I love you. I'd also like to say, be passionate as friends. Your family will not always be there for you. They can't. Some of you are going to college very far away to escape your family. But your friends are what you need. Your friends are the ones that will give you backbone when you need it. Your friends will be the family that you need when your family isn't there. There's a little phrase, a little limerick, so to speak, that I found just a couple days ago. It talks about a friend. It says, a friend should be radical. They should love you when you're unlovable, hug you when you're unhuggable, bear you when you're unbearable. A friend should be fanatical. They should cheer you when the whole world boos, dance when you get good news, and cry when you cry too. But most of all, a friend should be mathematical. They should multiply the joy, divide the sorrow, subtract the past, add to tomorrow, calculate the need deep in your heart, and always be bigger than the sum of all their parts. That is what a friend is. My hope is that some of you leave Sibley with those types of friends. And I hope you are one of those friends to someone else. We need friends. I also tell you to be passionate as workers. Some of you are going into jobs right now. Some people will be in jobs in the future. Whatever you find, be passionate in your jobs. Be all that you can be. Be the best person in that job that you can be. It doesn't matter what kind of job it is. Be the one you want, but also keep your mind open. Look at all your possibilities. If someone were to say to me 20 years ago, yes, I graduated 20 years ago this month. If someone would have asked me or said to me, hey, you're going to be a teacher in 20 years. Yeah, right. I've got 4 degrees. My last degree is education. Even when I went to get my master's degree, I didn't think I was going to be a teacher. But guess what? I found the job I love. It ended up being what I wanted, but I kept an open mind, and I want you to do the same. The other thing I want you to think about is never settle. Whatever your dreams are, keep your eyes open, look for those dreams. Don't be satisfied with going halfway, no matter what it is. I also, like right now, I want you to be passionate as listeners. This world needs better listeners. Listening, I should say, is not passive. It really is active. You have to be involved with what the person is saying. You need to know what they're saying, to look and listen to the words, see what the person is doing, listen to the environment, look at the feelings behind those words, and also think about the motivation. I think a lot of the problems of this world, a lot of the problems in relationships, can be settled if we were all just better listeners, myself included. I also want you to be passionate in your faith and your convictions. It's my belief that without these, all would be lost. We need to have a faith. We need to have self-held convictions to get us through life. By being a passionate student, a passionate listener, you will find that other faiths have more in common with you and with yours than you know. I also want you to realize, do not impose your faith and convictions upon others, but live as examples of them. And also, do not be offended by listening to someone else's when they're talking about their faith and convictions. In fact, if somebody even says something contrary to your belief, it can make your faith and convictions even stronger. Be passionate. A line that I read recently says, choose to build bridges of faith, not walls of fear, distrust, and ignorance. And now, being passionate, I also want you to temper passion with compassion, but also passionately in your compassion. Notice, compassion has passion in the word. I want you not to forget these last 4 years, GOFA, Link Crew, the Hispanic Retention Program, Interact. All the charitable things that you have done have helped hundreds, even thousands of people, whether you realize it or not. I want you to continue doing those things. Be the person that will give to others. I'm not just talking about money. Just simple gestures can be charitable, or you can use compassion. All of us know the story about a student who was contemplating suicide. And because of the kind act of one person, it was averted. In my mind, I'm thinking, what would have happened if just one person said one thing differently in Columbine? It's true. One small act can change the world. One small saying, one small thank you can change the world. I believe that. And we all can be the one, with that one random act of kindness, can change the world. Other things that I think that you could do this summer. Say your family's going to have a garage sale. Why don't you just pack it all up and give it to Goodwill, the Lupus Foundation, disabled veterans. The next time you go to a store, there's somebody behind you. Open the door for them. You're in Target. Somebody's reaching for something, it all falls on the ground. Stop, help them pick it up. Say, Guten Tag, wie geht's, bonjour, hebari, ni hao, hola. Learn to say just hello in a different language and be able to use that with someone recently to this country. Make sure that they know that they exist and are valid. It's simple. Simple things that you can do to change the world. President George W. Bush says this: when life is broken, it can only be restored by another caring, concerned human being. I call you not only to be passionate in your life, but also compassionate to the needs of others. So now it comes to the point. Here's where I'm supposed to say, go out, be good, the world awaits you. You know what? It's kind of scary. The world, if I watch the news, it's unstable out there. There are groups out there that hate you just because of your nationality. Poverty rates are going up. Unemployment is going up. Some say that your generation could be the first to not live better than your parents since the Depression. In this state, just passed, more people out those doors will be having guns. Some people say it will be the most dangerous environment to live in for some time. It's scary. So when I'm thinking about that, I'm saying, hey, these are my kids. Why should I tell you to go out there? Stay here. But you know why I want you to go out there? Because I am convinced that you guys right here, all 300 plus, can be ambassadors for good. I've seen you and known you. I've gotten to know you over the last 4 to 6 years. You have proven to be exceptional individuals and an exceptional class. And I'm not lying. I've grown very close to a lot of you, and I am very proud of you guys. You've been through a lot. So that's why I'm sending you out. It's time for the world to see what we, teachers and administrators, have witnessed the last 4 or even longer years. So in closing, class of 2003, Neo isn't the one. You are. Every single one of you, in many different times, in many different places, in many different situations, every single one of you can be the one to make a difference, to do one small act to change this world, if only for one individual. So I call you to be passionate in your relationships and use the knowledge you gain to develop a clear identity. I call you to a larger scope of compassion, to shine and be a light in the darkness. I call you to go forth, to live long and prosper, to strive for a future without forgetting your past, because we at Sibley surely will not forget you. God bless.
Mr. Hanson, I thank you for bringing that passion to Sibley every day. Class of 2003, it's official! You have graduated!
Destination, remote outpost on the edge of the final frontier. Time of departure, T-minus 10 seconds and counting. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Ready.
Just relax and enjoy the ride.
Say, do business, giving down that day.
Jimmy up 7 points. And we're moving, we're passing round the joints. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, I sing the vocals and I fill my lungs. And you hear it come out, it's a song, song, song. It's a Sunday song I sang and we sing. And we never sang before till now, doing our own thing.
And now we return to the island of Dr. Death, a Quentin Martin production.
No, that's impossible. Look a little bit closer. Get down with me.